Hello, my beautiful brothers and sisters, twin flame soulmates. I'm bringing this video from Peru, from Lima. I made a little bit of a sacred space in this room to do this ceremony, to do this reading for you. Did my little altar there, so cleared the energies here and spread out some good vibes to you from Peru. A lot of is happening here in Peru, a lot of energies. It's a portal day. I didn't want to make it earlier because I wanted to wait till these portal days and give you some codes that came through last night. The golden ray of Lemurian energy came through and said, you know, it's you're heading a way of better times. And because of cutting out the old energies and clearing out the energies of the eclipse that are really more settling in, and the golden rays that came through and the mandalas who came through with it, there was a lot of geometry but also a lot of messages. And the messages was, and that's for everyone in the collective, you know, leave behind what no longer serves you. Leave behind the toxic energies. Leave behind the negative behaviors of yourself and hold yourself a mirror. And take accountability for yourself and your actions. And in this piece, if you take accountability for your actions, then the energies will flow again. And you will they will take you to a higher level of awareness, a higher level of purity, a higher level of abundance. And I was like, wow, guys, this is really, really a beautiful message. And we had enough of the dragging, the suffering, taking the burdens, walking around with burdens. And the goddess and the god said, you know, it's time to unite. It's time to get the energies of the goddess within yourself and make her strong and powerful. And the masculine said, okay, I'm going to support you in this, and I will hold ground and standing your ground for this. And I anchor this in your heart space. Not only in your heart space, but also in your mind space. And because of leaving the old ways, the old programs, the old energies, sorry guys, that will make you very, very powerful in the future. And for the divine feminine, there's a golden time for the divine feminine that breaks through. The breakthrough is the golden energy of Lemuria, the solar energy, to get it more into your system, get it more grounded, get your cells upgraded, meditate, get into flow. And flow means without resistance. Everything that you feel there is a resistance on, you have to leave behind. Also, how difficult it is, you have to leave it behind. Because if you want to create abundance, if you want to create flow, if you want things to be easy, then you have to let go of the resistance. And on every subject, it's radical acceptation. Even if there are things happening in your environment that will clear you out, or that will make needs to clear it out, and makes you getting low in your frequency, low in your vibration, you have to clear it out and let it go. And that's what I see. I saw this future of streaming waters, of sunlight, of cups being filled by the divine feminine, but also by the divine masculine. I see, if I look in the divine masculine space in his reading, there are 4 women in his space that really are important for him. I'm sitting on the ground here. Hi there. Having my glasses on. But yeah. I'm getting a sip of water because it's so hot here. It's 30 degrees. And it's cooling down a bit because it's evening. So drinking here 3 liters or more a day. So and that's what needed. There are 4 women in his life, what I see, that are very important to him. They are also going to be very important in this week in his life at the moment. So what's in the divine masculine's mind space? The divine feminine of love. She gave him a lot of love. She gave him a lot of attention. And something interfered. The lightning came in and something interfered. And he is thinking about that constantly on his mind. There is a divine feminine in his life that gives him love, gives him everything, and she is still on his mind. He's thinking about her. I don't know what came in as a lightning for the divine masculine. It could be that there was a situation that really hit him hard, that that couldn't connect him anymore with his divine feminine of I have a feeling because it emptied his cup right away. Wow. So it could be that there was just a thing of a shock coming in that cleared out the cup of love. What is in his heart space? In his heart space is the divine feminine with the sword. She's taking no bullshit. She created probably a situation that she really cut everything with the divine masculine. There was a conversation. It could be that there was an argument, or oh wow, I see the light shine. She saw the light. She saw the light. She saw the truth. She saw the light and she saw the truth. And the light shone on his truth, and she spoke her truth, and he couldn't handle it. He could not handle it. And this sword came in as a dagger, but it's also the sword of truth, and he can't handle the truth. So, and that hurts his heart. It really hurts his heart. But he has to man up. He has to man up, because I have a feeling that he is so blinded, and oh wow, he is blinded by his own ignorance. Oh wow, why do they say that? His own ignorance. Okay, I hear what he does is in his space, in his mind space, that is I hear payback time. He wants to pay back the divine feminine for what she did. And but I see the only thing that the divine feminine did to him is giving him love, and he couldn't handle it. He don't want any commitment. He don't want any interference of women. And I have a feeling there is a lot of emotional things that's going on in his space at the moment that he needs to clear out and need to resolve within himself. And if I look into the energy of the divine masculine within, sorry guys, it's very busy and crowded here in Lima, so you will hear all these noises and that's going on. It's going on 24 hours a day, you know, all the noise. So I just waited out for a minute. It probably will stop. Somebody is getting out a device. I feel, oh my gosh, I have a feeling that they want to interrupt the reading, but that's all fine. It's all clearing out. You know, if I speak it out, then it stops. And I just have to laugh about it, because when I was visiting a sacred site, you know, also the guards try to stop me to doing a ceremony or just doing a prayer or meditation. They just came in to interfere. And I have a feeling it's just, you know, the vibration. They don't know what's going on, so they just don't want to deal with it. Or they just know what's going on and they don't want to deal with it. That's also fine. What I see in the divine masculines, how does he sees his divine feminine, the divine masculine? He sees that she's leaving. He sees that she left his life for good. She is. It could also be she's on a travel, and he has to wait for her to return. But it also can mean that she cut all the ties with the divine masculine. Even if it's her twin, and you know, it doesn't mean that your twin is always is for you in this life. It can also mean that it is something that had to work out, and see how far the divine feminine came, and to choose her own path. And I see a few scenarios here. I see some divine feminine are on a travel, and the divine masculine is waiting for her to return. And there is a scenario of the divine feminine cutting all the cords with the divine masculine and going on her own journey. And the journey still goes on. So that's how he sees the divine feminine, that she is done with all the things that happened in the past. She made amends, she forgives, but she forgives the divine masculine, she forgives herself, and she moves on to a higher vibration, because she knows that something out there is so big that is waiting for her, that she is more occupied with the now and how she's feeling in the now than what's going on in the past or in the future. What's going on in the divine feminine's headspace? She receives an offer of love from all directions. She is getting love in return to her because of her letting go and not holding on to anything that is holding her back. The universe will give her the love that she deserves, and she is not looking back. She's just looking, okay, she's looking up to the cup and she says, okay, I'm ready here to receive. She's not looking to the other cups, you know, down on the ground. She's looking upwards and she's saying, I'm ready to receive. And what's in her heart space? Heart space of receiving more love and more energy. There is someone else coming into her life who carries all the cups and who wants to fill up all the cups with her. And he's celebrating life with her. He wants to celebrate life with her because he sees that she is a special lady, that she is a special person that will not only create the same dreams, but also create more harmony in her life. And she feels that in her heart space, that person is coming her way. She feels that way. She feels it in her heart, and she is ready. She is ready to connect with a masculine that gives all the cups, you know, give himself, but celebrates the love with her. And not only the love, but also the future with her. Creating the same, they have the same visions. They have the same visions. And it's a powerful thing. But she is not really looking at the masculine at the moment. She is looking at all these cups. She wants to fill first for herself, because of the lightning that she entered in the divine masculine space. That means that she wasn't filling enough of her cup. She was at the end. She spilled the last drop of love to her divine masculine, to her twin flame, and he don't want to receive it. So she put in more than that she received back. And now from all sides, she is knowing that she has to fill up her cups again, and that there is someone coming into her life that wants to fill up that place. And she knows it. It's there. How does she see the divine masculine? That he's sacrificing a lot. At the moment, he had to sacrifice a lot of his behavior, of other things coming in. He's feeling that his life is totally upside down. Again, I hear again. And that he went to through a torment, to a, oh, that's interesting. He is tormented, and his life is upside down. He has to see the things from another view, from another side. And that's what the Divine Feminine is seeing. He sacrificed everything and hanging himself up in the chains again. You know, he wanted to put her on chain. He wanted to let her believe that doesn't matter what he wanted her to believe, because it was his reality and she is not buying it anymore. So because she removed herself out of his life, he is in the hangman's position now. It can also mean that he is in the victim mode. Getting in the victim mode. Oh, you know, because of her I'm feeling this way, and because of this I'm feeling this way, and she did all this and this and this to me, and now I'm in the shit again. Well, maybe it's getting time to look in the mirror for the Divine Masculine. And it's very hard for the Divine Masculine, I feel, because there's so much going on. So much going on. And if he really wants to stay in this world, he needs to upgrade his frequency. He needs to, you know, clear out his behavior. This is not for all masculines, you know. It's not for all the Divine Masculines. This is about the distorted masculine that is in his victimhood, that is in his blaming, is not looking at himself but always blaming someone else, blaming his sisters, his brothers, his family, everybody else but himself. And that's what she's seeing. That's what the Divine Feminine sees, and that's what she's leaving behind. It's the wounded child. It's the wounded child that is acting this way. So I have to stand up for a bit because my legs are sleeping. Yeah. What will support him? A woman with money. That will support him. Because I have a feeling that the Divine Masculine ran out of his money, that he was in a situation with a female or with a third party, or that totally, you know, left him, you know, behind. The woman with money will support him. Working for his money will support him. And he needs to, if you see here, he needs to get his cap off his head. Because she is a powerful woman and he doesn't want to see it. He doesn't want to see the love that there's there. He doesn't want to see that she tried to lift him up to a higher frequency, a higher dimension, because she sees in him that he really, really is capable to raise his vibration, but he's choosing to go after the money, be in the materialistic mode, and, you know, not wanting to listen to her. And it seems he is captured. He is captured by this energy. He's not able to fly if he can't see what's going on. So he needs to open his eyes and acknowledge his own his own things. He needs to acknowledge his own things so he can fly. Because he will never fly off when he doesn't take responsibility for his actions. And she will support him in this. She will support him. The feminine energy will support him in this. How does he see the divine feminine in the relationship? That she is established, that she can do, that she has enough money, that she can take care of herself, and that she worked hard for it. So she worked hard for the money, and she worked hard to come where she is now. She worked on herself, she worked on her pride, she worked on her emotions, and she worked on her stability. And I feel what I hear now, because of this relationship that is toxic, and he is not able to reach her level, that makes him anxious, it makes him angry, and it makes him frustrated. Because, okay, she doesn't need him in her life. She can do it on her own. And that is frustrating him. And he has to put away his pride. He has to put, maybe the divine feminine, it's her pride, that she say, I'm this divine feminine and I have this pride, and I'm not willing to go back for less, because you're not offering me any love. You can offer me money, you can offer me everything else you want to give me, but it's not love. And that's why I'm not going there. She's too pride. She has too much pride to go back to a situation that's toxic. And maybe it's for the divine feminine, her way of living, her standards aren't met. Her standards aren't met. And he sees that he can't meet her on her level of standards. So he had to let her go. And she said, okay, if you want to let me go, I will go. But if I go, I will go for good. I don't want to have any interaction with you anymore, because you're giving me this crap all the time. Okay, wow. It's a pretty interesting reading that's coming out. And it's all in the divine masculine side, There are 4 women he has to deal with. It can also mean that there were 4 women in his life that left him. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I see this. I see this totally now. There were 4 women in his life, and they all left him. So I don't know for who this is, but what I see is a red car, a red BMW, and I see a divine masculine driving it, a red BMW. And that means that probably one of you get a private message here, and if there were four women in his life, and they all left him because of his behavior. They can't stick with him because he doesn't want to see his behavior. He thinks he's above the law. Okay. I also see a train coming and going, coming and going, coming and going. And somebody is still waiting for someone to step in. But that train left, I hear. That train left. There's also another thing I see has to do with a puppet. And I hear a puppet on a string. Oh my goodness, that's also this card. Puppet on a string. He's a puppet on a string. And there is no way out. No way out. And that's why he's feeling sacrificed. He's feeling sacrificed. Wow. So for you divine feminine who recognize yourself in this, please let me know so I can, connect with me or leave a message behind and to see how it is with your divine masculine. Because I don't see there were four women at the same time. It could be that he was hanging, he holds you as a puppet on a string. It could be that he was a puppet on a string or that he held you as a puppet on a string. So if one person left, he could go back to you. And this is not for everybody. This is for a certain person out there that is watching this video. I also see a child, a small child, and it could be that he has a child with one of these women. So, okay, my clairvoyancy is out of the roof here. So, in Lima, so I get a lot of messages for different persons, and I see the number 6. The number 6 will be very significant to you. It could be a birthday. It could be that in 6 days he will give you a message. Let me know if something happens to you in this way. For the divine feminine, what supports her? Her on a spiritual journey, and she is moving on, and just with her spirituality, just going with the flow, just taking her path, walking her path, meeting new people, connecting with the moon, with the energies, with Mother Earth. She is connected with her heart, and she is moving on. What is how does the divine feminine sees the divine masculine? That the divine masculine is also walking away, because she walks away, he walks away, and he walks away from love, because he had enough of all these women that walk away from him. So he is going on a journey on his own. He is done with all this love and all this. He is done with everything what has to do with love. He's closing himself off and he is moving on his own. And that's maybe good for the divine masculine, because it's not outside of yourself. Everything is inside yourself. The love is within yourself, and he probably needed to discover this. He probably needed that whole journey to discover and to leave all the cups behind, because he has to look forward and fill his own cup within, to do what makes him feel happy. And I don't see that the divine masculine is ready for a relationship, because there are not enough things to heal, you know, needs more healing. And then I don't mean the divine masculine, I have about the distorted masculine here, right? I hope you understand this. And I think all masculines are divine, but if they're not doing their work, they're just distorted masculines. Then it's still the inner child and the inner boy that's coming up. You're not dealing with a man, you're dealing with a hurt child. And that's those two are in conflict with each other. There's such a conflict with the divine masculine, the inner child, and the feminine energies. He's not willing to accept his own divine femininity. He wants to kick her out. He wants nothing to do with all that love and all that. He don't want to receive anymore. So that's what the divine feminine sees in his life. He is done. He is done. He's hurt so bad. He's hurt so bad that all the feminines are walking away from him. Well, what is where's the divine feminine dealing with? She is dealing with victory. Finally, she had a victory over herself. Finally, she had the courage to speak out and tell it how it is. Because she saw the light, because she saw what was happening. And she gave the divine masculine so many chances. And every time he screws up. So she made the victory over herself and say, all the golden crown and the golden leaves, the olive leaves are for myself, and I put it on my head. I made my own victory to walk out of here. And that will give me time to recuperate, time to heal, time to restore myself, get my energy back on level, and I am going for something big in my life. And that big has all to do with the spirituality. It has to do with this card, spirituality. Something really big is waiting. She has big plans. She doesn't know yet what it is, but she's trusting that it will come when the time is right. So, what is she going to do? She is opening her doors to love. She is not waiting anymore. She is not doubting anymore. If love comes in, she will take it. She will take it from the universe. She will take it from the people all around her. She will cover herself in love. She knows that she deserves this love. And it's the 33 card. The ultimate 33 card, the master card. The master card is love. And she knows that, you know, it's out there, through the doors, through the pillars. Yeah, she has to go through the doors and get that heart out of their cage. And she knows that someone will walk in through the doors, open the cage, grab her heart and say, okay, I will be that love in your life. But before this happens, she has to fill up all these cups on her own, in her heart space. She is releasing all the cards, she's releasing all the cups behind her. She's releasing that. And she is filling up her own cups, filling up self-love. And when she's filled up with self-love, she is opening the doors for someone to come in who's worthy of her, who she is worthy to, or she can give her heart to. I have a feeling there is nothing about not trusting. That's done. She's going in with full trust, not letting herself caged anymore. Not letting herself caged anymore by anyone. And she also knows that the right person will come in for her. What's going on in the divine masculine space? The divine feminine leaving. That's it. Walking away. Her walking away is still on his mind, is still holding him back, is still something that he can't. And it's not one woman, right? There were 4 women walked away. They all walked out. So that's still on his mind. That is really what really bothers him. What really is frustrating him. He's thinking about, he's hurt about, and he's not willing to see that it is of his own doing. And it could be that he was just, making a whole plot to get her out of his life. Because when she's in his life with all this love, he can't handle it. Because he knows that he will destroy it again eventually. I hear everything what's good he destroys. And it's on his own making. And it is time. If I see this as a therapist, I would say, go and go to a psychiatrist to sort out your demons, to sort out what's in the way, to sort out and heal yourself. And because he's not doing this, he's just blaming her for walking away, and he's feeling crap. Wow. He gets help. He gets help from the angel. And this is the 7th chakra, Archangel Uriel will come in and help him on this. He probably got messages from the angels to let her go. To let her go. I hear this time he really screwed up. Oh my. And I feel so bad for the divine feminine in this case, because she had a lot to endure from, and she took a lot from the divine masculine. But there are, 4 women in his life that just left him. And he needs to heal from that, if he ever wants to heal that. Metatron is coming in and make a change. Metatron is coming in and make a change. Make a change for him. To open his his heart again, for his energies to see, to really see and receive it. Okay, what combines them both? They're both working to make their income stable. They're working hard to stabilize and to save money, and everybody who is taking advantage of them, they will kick them out. So both of them are thinking, you know, I need to save. I need to save. And it will go slowly. There's a new, what will bring them together, a very, very slow energy. I hear he is guarding himself. He is not trusting the divine feminine. He is not trusting any woman in his life anymore. He's just, you know, I'm not going to move forward. I'm just staying here stuck, and I'm okay with it. I'm staying put. I'm not going forward. I'm not going afterward. I don't move. I can't move, and I won't move anymore. So that's the energy of the divine masculine. But that energy is also possibly that will bring them back together, because he wants to move. He wants to move, but if he wants to move, he wants to move slowly. He's not jumping into any relationship blindfolded anymore, because he gets hurt and hurt and hurt again. That's what I hear. I feel sorry for the divine masculine. I really feel a lot of, yeah, how can I say it, compassion with him. Really feel compassion with him. Okay, there are too many secrets with the divine masculine. He has too many secrets. He's not opening up. He is not opening up to the divine feminine. Could be that he that, and I see another vision. Someone walking out of a bar, and every week he's moving away with another woman. Or, oh wow, and I see another vision coming in, that is when the child of the divine masculine is hurt, or by the divine feminine, or by his mother, or by someone else, to come back in his masculine energy, he needs to get to a woman, and oh my goodness, he needs to have sex. That's what I see. Otherwise there is no he can't come back into his masculine energy. And this is a secret he has for a long time. So it's also that he probably used the women. Oh my goodness, I don't want to say this, but it's almost like he's a parasite that lives on the energy of the divine feminine. She gives him love, and then she has hope, and then he backs off, and he just used her for the sex. Oh my goodness. It could also be that this kind of man goes to a prostitute, or looks a lot at porn. That's what I hear. Sorry guys, I don't be that blunt oftenly, but this is what I get through. So I'm just getting this out. A lot of secrets. This guy has a lot of secrets. And the Divine Feminine felt, a lot of the Divine Feminine felt this energy. Let's see. Yeah. The Divine Feminine was a lot of torture, and she's done with it. Yeah. Oh, it's the other way around. Sorry, guys. She is done. And she is heading to the sun. Oh, there we go again. They're going on in circles. It's just a confession. It's just a yeah, they're gone. So it's the end for the Divine Feminine, and she's going to look forward to get the sun back in her life. Shine her light, shine brightly, but it's definitely an end for her. An end of the twin flame relationship. It's the 1-1. So that's really an ending for a lot of the Divine Feminine who are not wanting to wait for their twin anymore. Don't want to deal with the reptilian energy anymore. So she's getting out. And she let her light shine on this situation. You know, she is not resentful or hateful towards the Divine Masculine or towards the masculine. You know, she is looking at it with compassion, and she is looking at it in forgiveness, because she can forgive for what he did to her, but she's not taking it anymore. She is done. She's out of his life. And it's not one thing. It's not about one thing, I hear, that she is leaving him. It's because of a couple of things that occurred in the relationship that became toxic. She probably had a toxic energy towards him, and he had a toxic energy towards her. And that doesn't match up anymore, because then the old patterns keep on going, and you want to get out of the patterns. You know, when you raise your vibration to a higher vibration, and someone else is coming in with the same interest and a higher vibration, things will be much more easier. Then it will flow. It will just flow. So the last one for both of them. What do they both need to do? One card, please. What do they both need to do? Communicate. Talk it out. Saying goodbye. And move on. Ride the rainbow. Ride the rainbow love. They're both on a mission. And they know at the end of the rainbow there's a pot of gold. But they're both rainbow warriors. She is the rainbow warrior, and she will get in the message. She gets the message through to the outside world. So that's what she wants to do, and that's what her mission is. She is connecting and riding forward, like the divine masculine is also on his own path and moving forward. But all the secrets he had, all the things he did, all the things he got hidden came to the light, and it's out in the open, and divine feminine knows it. She saw it. It is being revealed to her, and she has proof. So I think that divine masculine is on his journey back to start all over again. And the divine feminine is moving on, opening her heart and recuperate, focus on her journey, on her spirituality, focusing on her love, and knows that something big is happening this year and it's coming her way. So for this portal day and tomorrow, I wish you all the luck and all the best, and I hope that you will enjoy it. Let me know if there is someone resonating with my visions, and I will see you soon. I'm not opening any private readings yet. If I'm opening private readings, then I will tell you so you can come in for a private reading and a Skype reading. But still, for myself, I'm in a retreat and I want to recuperate and journey on and do my journey in Peru. And I'm leaving next week for Cusco. So next week you will find me a report from Cusco, and I hope I could give you a better view than this, maybe a view from the mountains. So I will love you, and I will always love you, and I love your support. All the new subscribers, I'm so grateful for all watching me and watching my messages. I get private messages of, when is your reading coming out? Okay, it's coming out. So thank you so much, and see you next week. Bye bye.